Hey guys, Scroo this again, TwinstiqLP, and today I'm playing a little Bayonetta. I've more or less just started this, and so far I like it. It's fun, but I really suck at it. I'm not good at this game. You're going to see that pretty soon. For some reason, this is another one of those that just does not like me recording a separate audio track while I'm recording the game, so I'm doing another audio layover. I'm going to see if I can work that out. That seems to be becoming more and more common. And I'm wondering if it has to do with something like I have an old version of some software that's conflicting with something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Fact is, here's Bayonetta. And you know, what's interesting is this game's a lot of fun. This is a Platinum Games game. Platinum made Vanquish. It was I think their first game, which I also have and want to play. And they also made, so far, my favorite title from them, at least, has been Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. If you haven't played that, please play that. It's so good. It's really good. A lot of fun. Hyper action. Anyway, Bayonetta is full of cinematics. It's much like a Metal Gear game. That's what reminded me of this. In that term. Not like Metal Gear outside. And I gotta say, for a game that's... Geez, I don't even know how old this is. I'm gonna throw out an arbitrary number and say maybe 8 years now. Holds up pretty well. Looks pretty good. PC version, this is at 1080p. I don't have a 1440p monitor. So, 1080p is the best we're gonna get here. But it runs well. I mean, it's handled pretty much perfectly. With VSync off, I'm well into the hundreds of frames a second, as you would expect for older technology. But also my old monitor does not have any sort of G-Sync or FreeSync technology, so it tears like crazy. So I have to have VSync on. But it looks good. It runs really well. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. This is something weird to me, though. All these people are see-through, and I don't know if that is on purpose or not. I don't know if that's just some artifact, maybe. What do you want to call it? A little rendering problem? But it doesn't appear to be. It looks like they're actually supposed to be that way because of the way the textures flow through them. You can see through them. Seems to be a lot of microstutters going on in this video. I don't really know why that is either, because I never noticed that while I was playing. It's something with recording, I guess. Maybe I'm not recording at high enough bitrate. 30 megabytes a second, though. Should be plenty. But this is essentially the first real mission. I've finished the prologue to the game, and this is where I've been sent to. Some ruins underneath a city in Europe called Vigrid. And this sort of seems like I guess a tutorial, more or less. Stuff starts showing up and gives you buttons to push and tells you where to go. A little bit of actions to perform. I'm actually hoping to try this as I play a little bit more. I want to try it with the mouse and keyboard instead of controller. I think controller is probably a better option. But you can't remap keys, and I feel like there are maybe some little issues here and there. Anyway, just gotta punch this door until it opens. Like most doors, you have to punch them till they open. There's another thing you have to punch until it opens. Seems to be a pretty common occurrence here. Either shoot it or punch it. Big giant keys. Best weapon. Also good for opening doors that you can't just punch open. So there's a lot of little, I don't know, information pieces here and there. This drops out. The voyage towards truth, right? Your Bayonetta is trying to pick up all her memories. She doesn't know where she is. Or why she is, or who she is, really. Other than she's Bayonetta. No idea who Antonio is. That was his notebook. No idea. So I don't know if it's that way for all Umbral witches, right? But Bayonetta's source of power is her hair. That's what her outfit is made of, which is why it disappears when she's performing the action you're seeing. So I think I'm really going to like this, though, because so far it's a lot of, I don't know, it's a lot of button mash action, similar to, like, Darksiders. It has a very arcade feel. A lot of the same type of stuff is happening, which I dig. Bayonetta's character is really fun. And, you know, I think a lot of people probably recognize that she is an overtly objectified character. But, you know, I think it's okay in this instance to do that. Objectification of women is not something that I think a lot of people like, and I don't either. But this is a character, remember. It's not a person. It's not representative of a person. It's just some silliness. And this is probably the easiest puzzle to do, and I fail it over and over again because I'm just not good at this game. I'm really not good at it. All I have to do is hit dodge when that light comes down, and I'm having a hell of a time with doing it here. Another punch wall. Camera's a little annoying. So I actually really like the environments. Again, I think that this is an older game, right? But it looks good. They've done a nice job on textures. They're a little grainy looking, especially by now's comparison. But this is a game that was meant to run at 720 and not 1080. So I think 1080 is gonna point out some flaws that maybe you wouldn't notice. There's more cinematics.
I knew it. This town's teeming with heaven's little helpers. It's making my buddies downstairs awfully nervous.
And your point is?
Some places in this world are closer to Paradiso or Inferno. The rat hole of a town you and I live in is close to both. But the Vigridians, they got a special air about them. They're closer to Paradiso than anyone should ever be. And that shit just plain creeps me out. I guess I'm gonna have to set up shop here and score me some halos. These stupid rings are worth a fortune back home.
It is a Sega game after all. Of course, you have to collect rings.
If you come across any of these, bring them to me, and I'll hook you up.
Another one looking to line his pockets. I'm beginning to see why Enzo is so fond of you.
Real cute. But let's get one thing straight. Your fights are yours alone. I'm only here to watch my handiwork in action. So don't get any bright ideas about coming to me for help.
No. You get one thing straight. I'm not the slightest bit interested in the fact that you made these guns. If you get in my way, I will... How do the Americans...
This dates the game.
Oh yes. Bust a cap in your ass.
Right on, baby. Right on.
So those little cinematics pop up all over the goddamn place, and I'm a little bit frustrated by that. I would like to play the game. Then again, that's something that sort of reminds me of Metal Gear. Metal Gear Revengeance also does that. So I guess it's just a design element, it's what they do. And that's fine, really. I don't mind it so much, except that it's all the time. And I have no idea what these little gems are for. Except that the more things you punch, the more of those you get. These things look to be a little bit long, but you know, they're interesting to read. Alright, yeah, sorry for the cut there. Things really slowed down. I just figured it was worth cutting the, 3 minutes of BS out of it. Or however long it was, I don't know. I didn't pay attention. Oh yeah, another cinematic first. But I failed during this, and that'll be the end of this video. But I mean, I like Bayonetta so far. And you'll see in just a minute just how terrible I am at the combat in this so far. Again, I think that's just going to take some getting used to. The control layout on the controller is a little bit silly. But overall not bad. It's just not. It just doesn't feel really typical, so I have to make myself play that way. Get out my big pink guns. She's so ridiculous. She just walks around like a supermodel all the time. She's got the sway and the hard step, It's pretty funny. I also feel like it's probably not super good to just be walking around on the barrels of your guns while they're attached to your feet. I feel like that would clog them up and you might end up with jams and stuff. But it's a video game about a witch who battles these quote-unquote angels. I don't know what they're called offhand. For some reason, I don't really know. But who cares? It's fun. I love it. Again, I'm not very good. You're seeing that firsthand. I need to go through the options menu and see if there's a way for me to toggle the lock on. That might help a little bit. So I'm finding it a little difficult to target characters, or target enemies rather. While holding the button down, it just feels a little awkward in my hands, the control layout. And that was me trying to dodge, and I keep hitting the wrong button. And I'm gonna fail here pretty quickly, guys. So, you know what? Thanks for watching. I'm sorry if this video sucks. I hope it doesn't. My commentary is pretty spotty, I guess, but anyway, I'm getting used to doing that lately. Yeah, this is Bayonetta. Maybe hopefully I'll put up a better video at some point soon. But anyway, guys, again, thank you very much for watching. I've been Scroo from TwinstiqLP. Have a great one.